because maybe I'll have put it on unlisted or something. No, it definitely says public.
Oh, wow.
I changed it after you said. Now here's the question: am I talking to myself and sounding like a loony? Are you talking to me and sounding like a loony? Or rather, talking to no one?
I'm going to find out. Myself and sounding like a loony. Are you talking to me and sounding like a loony? Or rather, I'm going to find out. I can hear myself.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. You are very well hearable.
All right, then let's go. Did you see what I called it?
I didn't. Hang on. Return of the Skrulls. Oh, nice. Yeah, I was gonna open this stream originally with Bradley. I'm gonna have disappointed you because I haven't done my homework. Was how I was.
What was your homework?
Well, watching the most recent episode of Secret Invasion.
Oh yeah. Oh, you haven't seen it.
That was how I was going to open the stream, by saying Bradley.
But then you did.
You know that thing that I always accuse. You know, when I always accuse you of not doing your homework when you haven't had a chance to watch that latest episode. Well, this time I did it. But then I ended up. It was a really short episode, so I managed to fit it in.
So you saved yourself from the sin of
I saved myself from your, from you being and like.
Oh, you didn't watch it.
Yeah. I saved myself from irony and hippopotamus. Hypocrisy. That's the word. Fucking hell, I've had.
Oh wow! Oh my god! Beer. Wow, you can wall jump! Oh, can you not infinitely wall jump? Or is it just that I'm doing it badly? Come on, man. Do a wall jump. I want to scale this just on...
Okay, so you did 3 just then. And then
what?
So, I don't know what... So 3 is currently the one to beat.
Oh, crap!
That's 2. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5.
Basically made it to the top. Right,
7.
That looks like it's probably the objective.
You stopped doing like the wall kick animation, instead just kind of did a roll against it, which is interesting.
Right, that looks like a fight. That looks like a...
Also, don't forget that we've got the previous episode to talk about as well, because we weren't able to do it for undisclosed reasons.
Yes, of course, of course. Might as well start out with one of these things so that we can... Oh, wait a second, I take full damage in this game, right?
Yeah.
That was close. I nearly just fell probably to my death there.
Cool. Yeah, it's only the more recent games that you'll get to when we've decided whether we're doing them live or not. That don't have full damage. I think all of the earlier games was like full damage. It's a threat. Let's put it in. Can we start talking about Secret Invasion by talking about the end of episode 3?
Yes.
Was it 3 last week, episode 4 this week? That's how it was, wasn't it?
Yes, that is definitely the way around it was.
Yeah. So can I just say, like, how fucking gutted I was when Gaia, thank you. I was going to call her Dragon Lady.
Dragon Lady.
I don't know why, because I've only ever seen 2 episodes of Game of Thrones. I've actually seen more of her in...
I haven't seen any Game of Thrones.
The Star Wars film that I half watched.
Are you kidding me? Oh, yeah, I've watched very little Game of Thrones.
I watched the first 2 episodes and I was honestly I was not vibing with it. I was just a bit bored, honestly.
Yeah, I've only seen the 1 episode and I thought it was fairly good, but I made the mistake of thinking, hey,
well, I mean,
this will be a fantastic thing.
I think we dodged a fucking bullet, didn't we? Yeah, because I had some of my friends who were like really fucking invested and they were actually like heartbroken by how that ended.
I can't blame them. Yeah, my mistake was thinking it would be a wonderful thing to watch with one's mother.
Yeah, I watched it with my parents as well. I think my mum was actually the most into it of all of us. Me and my dad were just like, Well, she likes more fantasy stuff anyway. I'm watching The Witcher with her at the moment.
Ah. Oh, cool. Landmark token.
So, ESAM, Empire State, and Mathematics? Or is it Empire State Arts Museum? That's what it will be.
That sounds likely.
Yeah, Empire State Arts Museum. But I feel like the university is pretty close. But of course, he won't go to the. He's in high school in this game, so he wouldn't be thinking about Empire State.
Oh no! Oh, that was close.
But yeah, no, I was like, fucking,
oh my god! I'm playing as Spider-Man. So I can crawl on walls, can't I?
Yes.
I've forgotten how to crawl on walls. Circle.
I
I'm gonna
believe
go
it
with
is circle. Yes.
Wow, there we go. Oh my god. What a rotten time to be me. That secret token all the way over there that I didn't get because I forgot how to wall crawl.
You forgot how to spider. Isn't that like one of the most significant things about when you see a spider in your room? It's not on the floor, it's going to be on a fucking wall somewhere.
Yeah.
That's the main thing I think of when I think spider, I think on a fucking wall or on the ceiling.
No, thwip, 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 thwip. I forgot how to thwip. Okay, there we go. I remembered how to thwip. And by remembered, I mean I mashed all of the buttons until one of them thwipped. There's that too. I forgot about that. This is a great.
When I was at uni, all of my housemates always seemed to be absolutely fucking terrified of spiders, and so I became designated spider catcher. And there were some big fucking ones in my uni house.
Really?
Like, big ones.
Right, what the hell's going on here?
Like so big one time, but we couldn't get it in the glass with all its legs intact. We had to chop it off at the knees. Unfortunately, the poor guy.
Oh man!
And then I chucked the still alive body into the fucking school over the road.
What the?
So there was some kid who probably found that fucking thing the next day. Massive spider, half its legs missing. Oh, sorry, I'm talking over a cutscene, aren't I?
It's chill. So, Oh no. Venom being here is giving Peter a headache.
Oh yeah. I like how it's kind of the opposite in the Ultimate Universe. It's like in 616, Peter's spider sense isn't set off by Venom at all because he spent so much time connected to the symbiote he doesn't see it as a threat. But in 1610 in the Ultimate Universe, he gets the complete opposite. He gets really bad migraines, and his spider sense won't stop going off at the Venom symbiote. That's a really interesting flip.
Oh no, he can roar and make me go ah!
He can make you go ah!
There's got to be a better way of dealing damage.
That's a lot of damage.
So, what was it? Because I've seen...
But anyway, sorry, there was a point, yeah. But yeah, so I ended up dealing with all the spiders. But at the same time, I was reading John Michael Straczynski's Spider-Man run. And in that, Peter is like shown to be like, you know, he's got quite an interesting relationship with just like ordinary spiders, where he's like just kind of we'll basically just save them. You know, people are like, oh, a spider, and tries to crush it, and he'll kind of quickly just like get it out of there and get it to safety. And I never got to the point that Peter's just like fucking picking up spiders with his bare hands, but I did kind of, as a result of that, of reading that and being designated spider catcher, I did do my best to kind of keep them safe from harm as much as possible, except that big fucking one, which I just could not do anything for. It was either saw the house. It was either the spider lost a bit of its life, or we lost the house. So, and we were renting that house, so it fucking cost a lot. But yeah, sorry. Yeah, so fucking Gaia got shot at the end of episode 3 and just died, and I was like,
How did you take it? Because I saw two basic like takes on it. Some people were saying, "Oh my god, why did they have to fridge her?" And some of them were saying, like me, "Wow, this is bold of them to kill a main character."
I kind of thought that she wasn't main enough that it would, it was totally beyond the realms of her dying. I don't think it was really. I don't think it was fridging because it wasn't really. It was because of her own actions. It was her own kind of story arc. But she died as a result of, and so I thought,
Damn, that was a rough boss fight.
Bloody hell, you did it in one fucking go though. I remember that one giving really real trouble as a kid.
I'm really not surprised. Like the fact that he can just roar and make you go ah. Oh my god, it's Silver Sable.
Sit.
I think I spent a lot of time playing this game while I was tired at the end of the day, and I'm always shit at games when I'm tired. So I probably made a much bigger problem for myself than was necessary.
Oh, am I gonna get to play as Venom now, fighting Silver Sable? Never mind, he's unconscious.
Tango down. Prep for evac.
I was like half hopeful for another boss fight because boss fights are always fun. But
What is this? What's going on?
Oh man, if you ever get a chance to read Ultimate Spider-Man, you should totally do it because it's really interesting.
Yeah.
If you want like a definitive start and end to an amazing Spider-Man story, read Ultimate Spider-Man.
I'll just stay here.
so it like
then you're not
has one.
You're not committing to 80 years as well. You're committing to like 10.
That's much more reasonable.
Yeah, because it
what's
would
that?
have been. Yeah, it would have been 2001 through to about. Oh no, maybe 2000 actually. 2000 through to. If you continue reading Miles, then through to about 2014 was where Miles left the Ultimate Universe. So.
Yeah. So so Gaia takes kind of an L in that.
Yeah, Gaia takes a bullet to the chest, and it's just like, and Bradley's like, well, that's an L.
Well, in light of this episode, it was
Well,
just
yeah,
an L.
I can't really remember what else happened in that episode, except for the fact that the last thing I remember hearing was Rhodey's voice down the phone, and I was like, okay, so Rhodey's obviously a Skrull. How long has he been a Skrull? Because
Yeah, that's the big question.
Because I remember when they were marketing this show like a fucking year ago, they were saying like stuff like, "Oh, someone really big that we've really known for a long time is going to turn out to be a Skrull," and everyone was thinking it was going to be Maria Hill. That's probably why they killed her off in the first episode, because to say it's not Maria Hill. And Rhodey was the only other kind of big player that I thought it made sense to be. So I wasn't surprised to hear his voice, but the question did then become, okay, how long has he been a Skrull? I wonder if it was during the... I reckon it's not going to have been very long, honestly.
Is he... He's going to be himself for Armor Wars, right?
I mean, you'd assume so. Imagine watching fucking... It's like, do you mind a minor spoiler for Assassin's Creed Valhalla?
Go right ahead.
Okay, so at the end, the whole kind of concept of Assassin's Creed is people reliving others' experiences, your ancestors' experiences. Well, in the more recent games, you didn't have to be related to the person's memories you're experiencing. It can be anyone. The link's more tenuous and it puts more strain on the body, but it basically means anyone can do it. So and the person, like the modern day person you're playing as in the modern day sections, basically puts her mind into a computer and dies. And and the person that she's replaced with was like the final boss of is a villain, is basically the villain, and he's a complete arsehole. And he's the one that you then end up playing as is in the modern day shit. And he's just really creepy. And the fact that me and my main friend that I talked about Assassin's Creed were playing as the female version of Ivor, it just felt really creepy that this person that Ivor has fought, defeated, and hated, was now like basically in her body, experiencing her memories. It just felt really creepy. So, what was the fucking point of this sentence?
Rhodey and scrolliness.
Rhodey, that's it. Yes, thank you. So yeah, it kind of like everything I did after that. It took me a while to kind of try and get over that like feeling of creepiness as I was playing as Ivor, because I was like, yeah, but fucking that bastard. This is actually that bastard I'm playing as in Ivor's body, and it feels really creepy. And I kind of think it'd be really weird if Skrull Rhodey made it to Armor Wars, and we as the audience are forced to know that it's Rhodey. It's not Rhodey, it's a Skrull.
Skrull Rhodey.
But I mean, because we know from this episode that Nick cottoned on pretty quickly.
Yeah.
I imagine Skrull Rhodey hasn't got much time left for him. As soon as that video blackmail gets deleted or something goes on, it will be resolved.
Or maybe he'll just take the blackmail video and
just kind of like prove that it was Skrulls, and it's like, it doesn't matter if you blackmail me because I am Nicholas Fury. I can't really remember what other stuff goes on went on in episode 3, but can I just say I'm fucking loving this show.
Oh, same. Like, I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah, I don't know how, like, what they're doing differently. Whether they just gave this more time, whether they kind of, revised the scripts a lot more. Whether maybe it's just not. Maybe there isn't that much CGI, so that all kind of fantastic. Maybe it's because it's a lot more human.
Well, yeah. I mean, there's so many scenes that are just sitting around and talking, and I think those scenes are really important.
It's surprisingly intense just for people to... Maybe it's because we're finally with a human protagonist who you actually feel a threat of. It's like watching The Boys, where it's like all the good people are just normal humans. And you really feel like they could just die in any scene.
Water is gathered in parts I didn't even know.
And that kind of weird sense of, am I even... it's a spy thriller, basically.
Yeah.
And you do get that sense of, can I trust this person? Is this person actually a Skrull?
Yeah. Is this person the person I think it is?
Cause
I wonder if Rhodey was only like replaced fairly recently in the timeline, like phase like post Endgame. Like, how fucking gutted would it be that the real Rhodey wasn't there for Tony's death?
Oh,
how horrible would that be?
Go home.
That would.
Although
be
that could be actually part of his arc in Armor Wars if he wakes up and his best friend's dead.
That is
wasn't there for
messed
that.
up.
I mean, that would actually be really good. Kind of fucking character, because Rhodey's just been Rhodey this entire time. He's always been.
Yeah. We've never looked into
shooter.
his brain.
He's never been, fucked around with too much. He's always been, the reliable friend, but he isn't. He's not really that flawed, Rhodey. Rhodey's always been just a good guy.
Yeah.
Helping out where necessary. So to actually see him go through some shit will probably be some good character development. They're gonna do that, aren't they? Marvel's gonna be fucking evil.
That also means, though, that retroactively, the Rhodey we saw in Falcon and the Winter Soldier was Skrull Rhodey then.
Yes.
So that may or may not put any dialogue he said there in a different light.
Hmm.
Because he's working for Gravik, isn't he? Like, bottom line.
Yeah.
So he's
Was he, did Rhodey support Sam putting away the shield initially? Because he was there, wasn't he?
I think he might have.
When Sam did the speech, Rhodey was there, you know, to talk to him and stuff. So maybe it was Skrull Rhodey trying to stop, well, you know, Sam, a good person, becoming Captain America, probably because he knew about fucking John Walker.
Yeah.
God, it does make sense. I actually, honestly, would be disappointed if they didn't do that. Imagine the final line of Secret Invasion is Nick finding the real Rhodey, you know, hooked up to one of those machines, and the first thing he says is, "Where's Tony?" Or, you know, something like that. That's a bit cliche, but you know what I mean.
Yeah,
Like,
something
to that effect.
Something
like,
that
you know,
tears our flipping hearts
or like
out.
Nick asks, you know, when did you get? How long? You know, when did you get taken? And Rhodey says something like,
"What year is it?"
yeah, what, you know, before, you know, just after, you know, after everyone got dusted. I'm really confused why they renamed it the Blip. The
what was
Blip
it
makes
before?
it sound so kind of blasé.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I
So,
mean,
that was just a blip. Just a blip on the radar.
You know, I think they did it in Far From Home because, you know, you know, the Homecoming trilogy is kind of supposed to be a comedy trilogy until the last one where they went just fucking miserable the entire time, and all the Spider-Man fans who want Peter Parker to be miserable went, "Yay!
Yay! He's miserable!"
That's exactly what we want." This is a Venom mission?
So, it's like part you?
No.
Is that so?
Yeah. In a creepy way.
Yeah.
When I got close to it in the museum, it felt like my brain was going to crawl out of my face.
Ew. Ew, again?
Sorry.
Do you know what you're doing?
Kind of.
Peter's hands look really creepy.
What is it?
Maybe they're a bit big or something.
I have no idea.
Oh. Whoa.
What are those black things?
That's gnarly.
That's the I have no idea part.
What's gnarly?
Peter's blood and the like effect that stuff is having on it, which is all I can really say because I can't hear the dialogue very well and subtitles aren't a thing in this game.
Oh. Why can't you hear the dialogue very well? Is the volume...
Yeah, it's because I've got my microphone over here and I don't want to get feedback on it.
Ah.
Follow the path and defeat the gangs.
Well,
do you mind if I
you'll
just...
have to tell me from now on when cutscenes are on and I won't say anything, and then that should hopefully... Have you got headphones in as well, or something? So you just get, so you're blocking out a bit of the actual volume.
Yeah, that is true. I have headphones on as well.
Every cutscene you just have to take off your headphones and then,
Yeah,
you
bump
could
up the
probably
volume
afford
on
to
the screen.
turn up the volume on the game a little bit.
Yeah, you're right. I'll give that a try in a sec.
When you're done beating people up.
Yeah, when I'm done beating people up. Volume control can wait.
Yeah, I've just been like really surprised by how good Secret Invasion is so far. I'm really hoping they don't screw it up in the last episode.
It's 6 episodes, right?
Yes, so we got 2 left.
Good, good, good.
So they've only got to not screw it up for 2 more episodes.
Yeah. I was rather upset by the ending of that episode because I really liked Talos.
Talos, man. I don't think they're gonna do a double, you know, like double fake out death.
Oh, they'll
oh yeah,
come
we
back.
should talk about this. Gaia's a Super Skrull now.
Yeah, yeah. So she.
That's pretty cool.
And like
Has she got all of it or just extremis?
Yeah, that's the question. Because what's his name? Gravik. He pops off with some Groot
Some
arms.
Groot shit. Yeah, I like the way they're doing the Super Skrull stuff because it's based off the Fantastic Four in the comics, and that's it. But there's only ever one. It's just one Super Skrull with the powers of the Fantastic Four. And I never really understood why you just do that for one guy. Like, why not have an entire army that everyone has the powers? I guess they kind of do that later, but they don't ever stick around or survive very long. But the Super Skrull's kind of cool enough that he's stuck around for ages.
Super Skrulls.
But yeah, I like the fact that they just said, okay, we're taking Extremis, we're taking Groot, and we're taking, wasn't it Frost Giants or something?
Something like that. I'm not quite sure how that corresponds with...
Well, I imagine we're going to get someone breathing ice at some point, like cold breath.
Is that like a storm, a Susan Storm power? Like, does she do ice very often, or is it more like focusing on the fact that Loki's a frost giant, so maybe they can do invisibility and illusions?
But Susan Storm is just invisibility and force fields. I mean, not just, but that's kind of the start point. I was talking about the show Super Skrull. They've done Groot, Extremis, and I think Frost Giant stuff for like either ice or maybe because obviously Extremis is healing plus
fireball maybe.
Burn.
So I was thinking it was and Groot's arm, the whole Groot thing is like sort of a replacement for Reed Richards' stretchiness. I was thinking.
Right, yeah, I see where you're going now. No, Sue Storm's not kind of anything to do with
frost
cold.
giants.
It's all kind of what is visually seen and force fields. But yeah, Sue Storm, when you kind of like get her on her own, or when she's given some fucking time, she is the coolest of them. Like the only reason they're a team like the only reason that she hasn't got the limelight is because she was invented in the 60s when you had to have a woman on the team to do all the cooking and house cleaning and looking after the men. Like literally, the original comics were so shit for that, where she actually just wouldn't be invited to go with them most of the time.
Oh my god, that is
or
so
Dr.
bizarre.
Doom would like threaten them and say, "You have to come with me, and to make sure you don't try anything, I'm going to tie up Susan Storm and keep her on my ship."
Why even bother calling them the Fantastic Four if you're gonna make one of them a permanent damsel?
I don't know, but it was dumb. But like the things that kind of everyone's realised since is she's the coolest one.
This is purple.
But she's still always like barely ever a run of Fantastic Four where she actually gets either her own story arc or her own bit of limelight, because they're just constantly pushing her to the side. And the reason they're probably pushing her to the side is because everyone realised how lame the other three are if he wasn't there.
Where am I?
Your home, Edward. This is where what you've become was born.
I know you.
Bolivar Trask.
Associate Dr. Adrian Toombs.
I did my graduate work with your father's lab.
That's such a name.
Dr. Parker.
Let's get down to
Yeah.
business, shall we, Edward? The Venom suit is worth billions of dollars in government contracts. We wish to test
This suit, it's too much for anyone to control.
It will kill you if we leave you in there alone.
When the suit consumes you, we will find someone else to test it. One way or the other, Edward, we will get what we are after.
All right. What do I do first?
This is
Oh,
a bad
more
gig.
cutscene.
I don't get it. Oh, it's worth tangling with this thing.
A couple $100,000 in all the nook.
All right, people, on your toes. No, I want out. You ready? I'm serious. I don't.
Hey, Reed's vulnerable to electricity. This'll be fun. Bring it.
Oh, so it's Venom versus Electro. Chase him, don't let him get away. Boing! Never mind, I'll let him get away. Oh,
Nope.
there he is. Oh! What a jerk.
I thought this was a chase, not a freaking walk in the
That
park.
Electro in the 1610 universe is like just a massive arsehole. That's the only thing I remember about him. He's just a complete arsehole. At least 616 Electro is actually kind of funny and dorky.
Get it in gear.
1610, just a complete dick. No redeeming qualities whatsoever.
You testing that suit or my patience?
Oh god, I remember getting blasted by that fucking force field thing so many times. But yeah, no, there's this great run of Fantastic Four where someone's like this big, well, there's like nobody at college who was at college with Reed orchestrates like the fucking financial, legal, and just every possible downfall of the Fantastic Four.
Whoa, okay.
And one of the things that he does is prove that like it's an unsafe home for Sue and Reed's kids and a couple of the other kids that they're responsible for. And so like he gets them taken to court for child endangerment, and the kids get taken away.
Oh god, that's awful.
And then when Sue finds out about like that it was all orchestrated, and she's like, "Give me my fucking kids back," but the government are still like really like, "No, you're not having your kids back," because even though it was all planned, this is still a truth. And she's like, "Give me my fucking kids back right now," and like the Avengers have to be called, and she bodies them. She absolutely it's like a moment where Sue is not thinking, she just acts, and she absolutely fucking bodies the Avengers. She force field smacks Mjolnir into Thor's head, knocking him out in like one hit.
Bloody hell.
I think she crushes Tony's Iron Man. So she just absolutely fucking bodies, and it's the coolest thing.
He got away.
And I think the only reason she stops is like Carol or someone, like finally gets her to snap, kind of like realize how many people she's just hurt. Like totally reasonable, and like she was fucking right. And honestly, I could have read many more comics of Sue Storm just absolutely bodying the Avengers, but there's a peak. There's a point that it just becomes a little bit silly. You go for that token and you fail.
There we go, I can get it this time because
FYI, I don't think you want to try and eat him personally. I think bad things might happen.
Yeah.
That's all you got?
I have to say, Bolivar Trask, like the only other version of Bolivar Trask I've seen is the one from the X-Men films.
The Peter Dinklage version.
Yeah, Peter Dinklage did a damn good Bolivar Trask though.
Yeah, it's really weird that like he's pretty exclusively an X-Men character in the main stuff, but in this he's just like asshole scientist industrialist.
Yeah.
Well, that's to be honest, like everyone in the Ultimate Universe seems to be an asshole. Like Nick Fury's an asshole. Peter, Captain America's definitely an asshole. We won't even mention Logan. Sorry?
Captain America's an asshole.
Oh yeah.
Well, what does he do / say?
Not a good dude. In the Ultimate Universe, he is just not a good dude.
Oh, I've been ragdolled again. No, Venom, you must hurry.
But
Absolutely
absolutely ragdoll that time.
Oh, I need to eat someone. that.
Is Venom just going
it's fine in context.
Yeah, I think every time you try to eat someone at certain points, he'll actually zap you so you
Easiest
can't.
$100,000 I ever made.
Okay, almost there, maybe.
You gotta keep up, boy.
No, don't zap me, bro.
Bam, ba-dam, bam, bam, ba-da-dam, bam, 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 bam.
That's all you got?
Yeah, secret invasion. So, man, I was hoping Talos would survive because,
You know he's Talos.
yeah, but then like his speech with
I mean,
Gaia
the
at
bullet
start-
wound he probably could have survived. The fucking stab through the chest with like root vines. Nah, he fucked. He did.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't think they're gonna do the double fake out. I think he's gonna die, and it's kind of gonna bring Gaia a bit back around, kind of, you know, the more pacifist way
Bro,
of
for
thinking.
real? For real?
I remember that.
No! Not from the start!
Really? Did it take you all the way back to the start?
Oh, wait, maybe it didn't.
Don't forget that Venom has a web zip like
Come on.
Spidey, so
Oh,
as you
so
were
he does.
falling then, if you'd web zip, you probably would have caught yourself on the building.
It does have a web zip, thanks.
Easiest $100,000 I ever made.
He says thanks after getting directly web zipping into the explosion and getting ragdolled again.
I thought this was a chase, not a freaking walk in the park.
Yeah,
I can't double jump out of it, so it's
I
not
really
as
like the
AP.
setup they've been giving Nick Fury's wife. Like, we only met her, like, what, 2 episodes ago? And already I was like, that scene where they were both sitting opposite each other and they go and recite the poem, I was like, fucking, you know, you wouldn't think that you had only met this character 2-3 episodes ago.
Yeah.
Was it end of episode 2? Yeah, because end of episode 1 was Maria Hill's death.
Yeah, so it must have been 2. So that's the 3rd episode we've seen her in. And that
This
scene
is like
was...
This is the first episode of the entire series that hasn't ended with like a significant female character moment. Maria Hill dies. Second episode, we meet Nick Fury's wife. The third episode, Gaia dies. So 2 out of 3 is kind of has been character deaths, but let's not think about that.
Come on. Next stop, ground floor.
Next stop, ground floor.
Oh Christ, yeah, I remember how annoying his voice is. This is bringing back so many repressed memories about how annoying the bosses are in this game.
Yeah.
That's all you got?
Yes, he zaps you when you heal. I
Oh,
was right.
oh. Webs.
Get in here.
Oh, I saw Spider-Verse again.
Oh yes, I believe you said something about something that you realised in Spider-Verse
Come on, pick up the
on the
pace.
second watch that you wanted to mention on the stream.
Yeah, well, it's kind
I
of,
thought this was a chase, not a
it's
freaking
really
walk
like,
in
it's
the
like
park.
such a minor thing, but basically I kind of didn't, the first time I watched it, I was really disappointed by how Jessica Drew was kind of portrayed, because she is one of my favorite characters from the comics. Like she, like just really, there's like this one run which is just fucking incredible, and honestly, the run after that really annoyed me because it basically undid loads of good stuff that happened in the previous run. It was really good, so she's been getting a hard time with it lately.
No! Holy! I was about to fall down to him.
Oh no! Did you just? Oh, for fuck's sake! That's bull.
This guy, man, this guy.
This guy is gonna be your arch enemy. But you know, I was kind of a bit surprised and disappointed about kind of how unsympathetic she seemed. She just seemed very hard cutting and stuff, and really like, and she just did not fucking lift a finger to help Gwen, and just seemed really dismissive of Miles as well. It was just like all of the characters that, you know, you're kind of supposed to love, she was horrible to. And that was not the Jessica Drew I was expecting.
You testing that
you know, she's kind of, you know, she's one of the most sympathetic Marvel characters. She's also kind of like one of the most normal ones. You know, she got her spider powers from experiments on her when she was a child that her dad did to her to try and save her of like this disease.
Right, to save her from a disease. Fair enough then.
I mean, I think he was also a Hydra scientist, so he wasn't exactly a good guy.
Right, okay.
But you know, like, so she kind of fell into the whole superhero thing because, you know, why not? I guess. But she's also the kind of most normal of the superheroes. It wasn't like, you know, an accident, a spider bite, an experiment, a mutant. It wasn't any of that. It was just she was born kind of with this power, and she didn't really know what else to do. But she also just feels like a normal person most of the time, which is very endearing. But yeah, so just kind of to see her not be very endearing and not very nice to people in the first watch was like really disappointing. But then when you so I rewatched it, and she is almost like a totally different character. She's basically the normal Jessica Drew in that opening scene, where she's really chirpy and quirky or whatever. So this is all before the time skip, and I'm thinking, what fucking happened in that time skip? I reckon she had a couple of fucking canon events. Probably her husband died. She's now looking at being a single parent, and just her whole outlook on everything has fucking changed. And so that was kind of interesting. But also, like, there's a couple moments where that's the benefit of rewatching, especially at the cinema, because you can focus on so many other things the second time. Because the first time you're watching something for the story, and you're not really looking at the micro expressions on people's faces and kind of all these little things. You often look at the person who's talking rather than the people around the person who's talking. So when that scene when Miguel sends Gwen home, and I was just thinking, fucking hell, Peter and Jess are doing nothing for Gwen here. I just watched Jess's face, completely ignored Miguel because I knew what he was going to do. Jess looks so guilty, so conflicted. She still does nothing to help, but she is like, I didn't realise that how double, like, kind of, she's really doubting herself here and really kind of thinking back. So I really hope that in the next one that she's kind of gonna have a bit of development and she's possibly gonna fight back against Miguel a bit more. I wouldn't be surprised if she sides with Miles and Gwen. If, like, sooner rather than probably the rest of Spider Society when they find out that all this, you know, canon event shit is bullshit, because that's got to be coming soon. Like, I've just been on Spider-Verse Twitter and shit for, you know, ever since the film came out, and the number of, like, things that people have, like, picked out, like, Miguel's really just basing this off the tiniest amounts of evidence. As you're falling, you could do a web zip as well to stop your momentum.
That is true.
Down, so just whenever you've like over falling, web zip, and you will go up a little bit and won't plummet.
What do you know? The freak can play keep up.
Yeah, this is something I remember having real fucking trouble with.
This guy makes Uatu look like a normal person.
You need to what with what?
Nothing.
I thought this was a chase.
Yeah, man, this mission. That movie is, I love it. I really, I want to see it so many more times.
You gotta keep up, boy.
It's perfect. It's gonna be a long wait for the next one, though.
Wait, a long wait, or like long as in it's gonna feel long?
Well, both probably. It's gonna either, if somehow, and I kind of hope it doesn't come out next year. That's like, it's never gonna happen. But I really fucking hope it doesn't, because it's gonna be really undercooked. The animators are gonna be fucking abused again.
Again.
And just all that shit. But like, I think more than anything else, I mean, it won't happen. But even if it did, it would feel like a long wait. Even if it was coming out next year, which it won't. But it's gonna be 2026, maybe? 25, 26 before we see the sequel? Which, I mean, to be honest, deserved, because they somehow managed to make a better film than Into the Spider-Verse, in my opinion. And that seemed impossible. You know, I was kind of half expecting this to be a good film, but not great, and not going to be Into. And somehow they either did just as good or slightly better. And so if we can get that third fucking perfect movie to finish off the trilogy, I'll be so happy. But they're not going to do that if they undercook it and underdevelop how long they've got on it. So it needs to be a 25, 26 release. It's interesting, but when you fail as Peter, you get like MJ and Nick, like a couple people's faces in those panels looking disappointed, while Venom is just no one. Just like that, black.
It is kind of funny that there's and he drops to his knee like, oh man.
Yeah, Spidey drops to his knees, Venom just gets mildly pissed off.
It's like, I mean, if it's some small thing you're failing, fine. But if you just got bodied by a supervillain, I feel like it's a bit more. It's a bit more than just, oh man.
I'm not sure why is Venom chasing Elektra?
Bolivard
can't he
because
just
he
run
wants
away?
him to. What?
Can't he just run away? Does he have to do this task? Or have they like
Trask
put some
told
kind of
him
like
to.
kill switch in him, or?
Trask said basically do it. You're gonna die anyway and shit. So like, just do it.
Okay, fair enough.
It's like
Or maybe they've just got Elektra to piss off Venom so much that it's more the monster controlling than the man at the moment, I guess.
You gotta keep up, boy.
I never really know in the alternate universe how kind of separate Eddie and the symbiote are. It's not its own personality like with normal Eddie. I know that.
Come on.
So don't forget, when you get to Empire State, he's gonna disappear off the other side.
It's gonna go to.
It's gonna make you climb up one side, and then he's gonna float down the other.
I'll squash this. I will not squash this. Squash is not a word. It is a portmanteau of quaff and scoff, though, so it's kind of a word.
What are you saying?
Well, quaff is to drink, and scoff is slang for to eat. So when I said squaff, it was a portmanteau of those, and it was kind of a word, even though it wasn't
Rick
real.
and Morty word, to be honest.
You testing that suit?
It does actually.
Going up.
It was too late. I forgot about the 10-second delay. Whenever Elektra
Easiest
stops,
$100,000
just
I ever
back
made.
away.
Back away slowly, man.
It's probably worth
Is he zapping? He's zapping.
getting to the next high point and then walking around the building because he'll start drifting down.
Okay.
You gotta
Oh, I'm
keep
gonna
up,
keep
boy.
up.
Oh, there he is. There he is.
Oh, you what?
Get it in gear.
What'd you say? What'd you call it?
I called him a wad.
Oh,
bit-
yeah, he is a ward.
Easiest $100,000
Does it actually
I
do
ever
damage,
made.
that blast, or is it just throw at you?
I'm not sure actually, because Venom naturally takes damage.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like whether it's just a pushback and he takes damage anyway.
Oh my god, how
Come on,
long
you've
have
got
I
to be
got to
pretty
go?
close now. Come
Oh,
on,
he's climbed up again.
Come on,
Oh,
back up.
please!
That's all you got?
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Using those
God.
Web zip's good. Using those web zips good.
Oh, cutscene. Time to unhook one of my ears.
freak! Come on! Let's do this! Come on! Come and get me!
Wait a second. Are you fighting another superhero on the side? I thought you and me had something special. I bet it's Daredevil, isn't it? What does he have?
Back off, kid! I did it! I finally got that little yutz! Alright, let's finish this up. Mine! Like hell! I got dibs!
Wait, so... Oh my goodness. Oh, no, it's... Huh? It's... I've got Spider-Man as an ally. Oh, no, big mistake. Don't eat this guy. Like you said, honestly.
Did you just try and eat him? I warned you about this like half an hour ago.
I kind of thought, oh, I should web zip him. Or web, you know. So I just mashed L2 without thinking. Oh my god. I'm absolutely destroying him. Oh, never mind. I'm also absolutely getting destroyed. I wonder if I can eat Spider-Man and get back some life that way. Don't stand on Spider-Man. I'm trying to eat him. No, 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 no. Don't eat Electro. Don't eat Electro. I'll just have to find someone else to eat. Okay. Ah, I've been zapped.
Oh god. Oh, it's good that you didn't take any damage from getting thrown off in there.
I need you. No! Oh! There was a person there. I was trying to eat the
Electro
person.
burst in. Oh no, you just...
I ate Electro by accident.
Damn.
Oh. What? Well, that was weird.
That freaking hurt! You're gonna die, Brock! Die!
I have to say, it is incredibly cathartic to beat this guy up after all of that racing he put me through.
That freaking hurt! You're gonna die, Brock! Die!
Yeah, so Secret Invasion, good so far. It's just got to finish up 1/3 to be a good one.
I know.
Oh, we
It's
ran
kind of
off!
sad that this is what we're saying about it though. It's like,
Alright. No more screwing around.
the,
We're gonna do this. We're gonna do it right.
our expectations are on the floor in general.
Yeah. Oh, now he's cosplaying as the Silver Surfer.
I don't know how to tell you this, Brad, but that guy is clearly blue.
He is blue.
This is where we find out. This is the one I found out Bradley's colorblind.
I mean, just in the sense that he looks kind of naked.
You ready to see what I can really do?
Better eat this person. Oh no! He's attacking me while I eat people. It's a bit uncalled for, if you ask me. Oh yeah, Arrowverse. I should.
Oh yeah, Arrowverse exists.
I should say one or two. Ooh, a token. I should. So where was I actually last time? Because I remember. Did I say about the team disband? Because Prometheus tortured Oliver and kind of broke him a bit. And Oliver came back and said, "Team's over. I'm not doing this anymore." The rest of the team said, "That's stupid. We're gonna keep doing superhero stuff." And so Oliver gets in the Bratva to kill what's his name with, to kill Prometheus with.
You got me that time, but not
God, he charged up. I'd better break all of the things so that he can't do that.
Douchka. Oh, taxi driver just trying to make a living, and now he's in a sign.
Oh, how many cars? There's got to be some more cars.
How many screens?
Let's unhook that for a sec.
I like how that's clearly just a poster from 616 MJ on that thing.
He just immediately snaps back to reality.
What's going on in the Flash?
The Flash. Savitar. Oh, there was a. I don't know if I've seen any Flash recently. I've seen the ending of season 2 of Legends of Tomorrow, because that one actually ended really early compared to the other ones. It was a good season finale for sure. Oh, what? How many more screens are there?
Infinite. There are infinite screens.
Gotta
He's
throw
just
more
immune
cars.
to damage forever.
There we go. Throw at that. Oh, what? What have I got to do to break these screens? Oh, I could just run at them and beat them up. Well, that's fantastic. Oh, getting zapped. Yeah, but so he got in the Bratva to help kill Adrian Chase and told his friends to stop doing superhero stuff. And they said, no, we're going to keep doing superhero stuff. And Diggle eventually, over the course of the episode, tried to convince him to go back to being the Green Arrow, which he succeeded at.
Well, they'd have to rename the show if he were.
Yeah, I thought it was just a little fast is all. Like, he didn't even spend an entire episode being like, I am terrible, and this whole thing is just an excuse for me to kill people.
Well, you know, get used to that.
Can I even break that? There we go. So instead of so he comes back, but sadly the Bratva didn't take too kindly to him going, hey, I need you to come kill some people. Actually, no, I don't. Bye bye, go away. So now he's got.
But the Bratva are like, no, you invited us in.
Yeah. So he's all upset with Oliver now, and he's like, I'm gonna leave my goons here to beat you up and stuff. And I'm just thinking like, yeah, I mean, you kind of did promise him loads of like cash and stuff.
Yeah, it wasn't his smartest idea, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop killing people, but I'm gonna invite the Russian mafia in to kill people. Kill this one guy, and then they'll be allowed to just kill anyone they want after that.
I've been looking forward to this.
Oh no, he's zapping Spooderman. How did that not hit you?
It's
Okay,
actually
there we
such a
go.
fucking interesting level, the fact that you have to phase Spider-Man. You know, you've got 3 health bars to worry about your own Spideys and killing Electro.
Yeah. Oh, finally got him.
What, with a car? Noise.
Yeah. And then, what was it? Oh yeah, they managed to book Adrian by getting Felicity's hacker friends to get this footage of him taking his mask off, and it's like, oh my god, Adrian chases Prometheus, and then they put that on YouTube and stuff. And it's like, okay, fair enough, cool, that would certainly be compelling evidence.
On YouTube.
It's like, yep, that's pretty compelling evidence. And I'm just thinking, wait a minute, that's too easy. So either Prometheus, like, either he doesn't care and this doesn't affect his plans one bit, or he's already predicted that this will happen.
Peter, come on, kiddo, wake up.
What are you doing here?
Nick
Come on,
Fury.
get up.
Why can't you keep this electric guy you're supposed to be
I am
keeping
wondering
in
what
prison
too.
in prison? And that lady, the silver lady that captured Eddie the other day.
I'm getting
Why
the feeling
couldn't
that there
she?
might be like a deep fake or something.
You need to call.
I need to quit getting almost killed by stupid people is what I need.
Do you know if it's actually footage?
What what is it called? In Arrow?
Yeah. Do you know if it's like actually accurate, or do
yeah,
you think they fudged it?
It seems to be accurate, is the thing.
Hmm.
So I'm just wondering. I mean, maybe he'll have just already automatically hacked it off of the internet, or done some silliness, or who knows what else. But I'm seriously looking forward to another showdown between him and Oliver, because Adrian is definitely at this point probably his most personal enemy so far.
Oh, yeah.
Just for how hard he's you know, cut right to Oliver's insecurities and everything. He's just dealt him so much emotional damage over this series.
Yeah, he's definitely a significant kind of antagonist. I think he's, you know, Malcolm Merlin, they fought because they both had different ideas of how to save the city. He fought with Slade because of previous events, but that was all like Slade bringing back a grudge and being insane and trying to get revenge. Season 3 was just fucking weird and ninjas and bullshit.
Oh, we
Season
gotta
4 was,
fight the
like,
League
magic,
of Assassins, bro.
Season 4 was magic, and like that didn't feel very personal because he was just magicked.
But he did manage to say darkness a lot.
They did manage to say darkness a lot. Do you want to leave it here?
Yeah, I think
good
that's
place
a good
to
place
stop.
to stop, considering how balls to the wall the electro sequence was.
Exactly, yeah. And I'm thinking, you know, I can't remember how long the next mission is, and it might take us kind of beyond where you want to go. So let's.
Yeah.
This was a good one, and I think we talked about everything we wanted to.
Yeah. Well then, we will see you next time for more Spider-Man.
And clevy titles.
And clevy titles, yeah.
Yeah. Anytime